Skin the Heart Away 17. Back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through this thing, man. We here with the weight and boxing conversation. I'm not going to keep y'all here too long. Ain't going to waste too much of y'all time this morning, but I do want to holler at y'all about a little something that just been on my mind. You know, we getting towards the end of the year, right? We got the huge card this Saturday. I dropped my predictions for the card this Saturday, right? But this is just one of those conversations that's been one of those like just this is a conversation about one of those things that's just been on my mind. You know what I mean? As a fan, this Gervonta Tank Davis and David Haney fight has been a topic of conversation for pretty much it's been a topic of conversation ever since Gervonta Tank Davis said that he will be fighting uh, Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney in his next fight, right? At least I've been paying extra close attention. I know a lot of people want me to not pay attention to it, right? I know a lot of people want me to not hold people accountable for what they say, right? I know a lot of people want me to just shut the fuck up, you know what I mean, when it comes to their favorite fighter, right? But they be in there pump humming and cheerleading, right? When people in there talking shit about, somebody that's not their favorite fighter, right? They only want you to shut up when it's pertaining about their fighter. Well, this fight is a big thing because Gervonta Tank Davis himself, you know what I mean, said that he will be fighting Shakur or Devin Haney next. We all know Devin Haney has been calling for that Gervonta Tank Davis smoke for quite some time now, right? You know what I mean. So this fight is it clearly holds weight. Rather people want to pretend it don't, right? But for sure, this fight holds weight, and it's kind of similar. I've been saying this for a minute too, right? It's kind of similar to the Errol Spence and Turnbull Crawford saga, right? How that whole fight played out in the build up. What's good, Gerald? Shout out my guy Gerald Fitz. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Gerald. Glad you can make it, pimp. My guy Marky Dan, TWT in the building. PGA's big dog. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. PGA's glad you can make it. If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy. Help get your boy right while we talk this good boxing. Right. But this fight is clearly one of the bigger, more important fights in boxing, right? At some point every day, right? Even I fall guilty to it sometimes, right? At some point of every day, right? We're going to talk about David Haney. Some point every day, we're going to talk about Gervonta Tank Davis, and just like similar, right? How at some point in every day we talk about Errol Spence, or some point in every day we talked about Bud Crawford in relation to them fighting one another, right? You know what I mean? So I'm kind of getting the same vibes from Devin versus Tank that I did from Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford, but I'm a little different because I'm sensing that this Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis fight, me personally, I believe that this fight is going to be able to attract and garner more attention, even more attention than the Errol Spence versus Bud fight. Southern T, what you mean? Well, let me explain. Let me explain to y'all where I'm coming from and exactly what I mean by that. With Errol Spence and Bud, right? With Errol Spence and Bud, right? Errol Spence was, a budding star, right? He was the bigger star. He was the one, that was doing the pay-per-views, right? He's the one that had the city, right, behind him, Texas, the state of Texas behind him, right? He was the one who was doing the successful pay-per-views, right? Bud Crawford up until that point, he hadn't had one pay-per-view. And before Errol Spence, right, he had that one pay-per-view with Sean Porter, which came in the wakes of the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford saga, right? He was called to fight Sean Porter, you know what I mean, for the belt as a mandatory. So he ended up having one pay per view right before Errol Spence, but even that pay per view came in the wakes of the whole Errol Spence saga, right? But basically, I said that to say that Bud Crawford really wasn't that big of a star before the whole saga started with Errol Spence in terms of Bud Crawford. Errol Spence did a lot of the heavy lifting in that. He's the one that carried a lot of weight for that fight, especially beforehand, right? Because a lot of people, the boxing hardcores knew exactly who Bud Crawford is, right? But the casual fan wasn't really privy or hip to exactly who Bud Crawford was, right? So that fight had to take some time, right, to really build it. People say, man, that fight should have happened a while ago. Should have happened a while ago. A while ago, meaning like 4 or 5 years ago. No, I would have to disagree with that because I don't think those guys probably were, just as good as fighters as they are now. What's good, D man? Appreciate you sliding through. Just thank my girl, Just Jazz. Those girls probably were as good as fighters, right, as they were back then, right? But they weren't the namesake, that they are now, right? They are much bigger names in the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? At this point, Errol Spence turns Bud Crawford. So I kind of think that fight was a little late. I think maybe like a year or so late, but not a bunch of years late because I felt like not like 3 or 4 years late, right? Because I felt like Bud Crawford needed that time to actually build his resume and build his profile in order to get that fight, to even sell what it sold, right? That 700, 800 mark, right? So I do think that fight right there needed a little time to preheat, to cook. I do think that fight right there needed a little time to preheat, a little time to cook, right? To let those guys reach, to let those guys reach, to let those guys reach their full potential. I do think that fight needed a little time to be preserved. Right. I think Javante Tank Davis. I think Javante. My bad, y'all. I'm multitasking. I think Javante Tank Davis and Devin Haney is an even bigger fight than Errol Spence versus Bud. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Javante Tank Davis, a lot to do, with his TMT connection and Floyd Mayweather, being promoted by the TMT, along with him delivering those bone chilling knockouts, right? Javante Tank Davis is already right about on the star level of Errol Spence at 28, 29 years old, right? He's about on the star level of Errol Spence. Now, Javante Tank Davis has that one big pay per view with Ryan Garcia, right? It hit 1 million, but outside of that, Javante Tank Davis pay per views, not many boxers are even big enough to even be called to do a pay per view, right? So let me put that out there, right? Let me put that out there before, you know what I mean? I say what I'm saying, right? He not even like outside of Ryan Garcia, right? That's the only one that really broke 1 million. Outside of Ryan Garcia, not many people are even doing pay per views consistently, right? Javante Tank Davis is one of those guys, but he is able to do, you know what I mean, pay per views on his own, right? Terrence Bud Crawford had no pay per views before him and Errol Spence, started their saga, and he had one pay per view before him and Errol Spence, actually, had their fight, and that was with Sean Porter. So Bud Crawford wasn't really, that big of a name, and he was like 30 plus years old, right? But now you got Javante Tank Davis, who's already, a star. He's about as big as Errol Spence is, at that time. Errol Spence Tank is 29 years old. Errol Spence has been, doing pay-per-views since he was about 28, 29 years old, you know what I mean, consistently, right? So he has about the same juice, about the same buzz, right, that Errol Spence had about this time with Terrence Bud Crawford. And in in that whole situation, that whole saga, right? But the difference is the reason I feel like that Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney is an even bigger fight, right? Because you got Tank, right, who has about the same juice, right, as Errol Spence had in that situation. But then you got Devin Haney, who has way more juice than Terrence Bud Crawford had at that point in his situation, right? And he's a lot younger than Terrence Bud Crawford was in his situation. He's a lot younger than Devontae Tank Davis too. You know what I mean? He's a lot younger than Errol Spence was too before they really reached, that point where they could do the pay-per-views consistently. He's a lot younger than Gervonta Tank Davis was also before he could reach, that level of where you do the pay-per-views consistently, right? So you got Gervonta Tank Davis, who's about as popular as Errol Spence was in that Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford situation, right? Errol Spence was the A-side. Errol Spence was pretty much the guy who sold that fight. He's the guy who put the asses in that seat for that fight, right? You got Gervonta Tank Davis right now, who is that exactly what Errol Spence was, right? He's the guy that put asses in the seats. You got Terrence Bud Crawford, who was an excellent fighter, but who wasn't as known or as popular, right? So that fight needed those couple years to be built up for those guys to have those fights, get their name going. You know what I mean? Have that back and forth, right? They needed that in that build up. I think Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney, right? I think they're already Devontae. I think they have a head start as far as namesake and promotion and how many people exactly want to see that fight, right? Because about 4 years ago, the hardcore boxing fans wanted to see Errol Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford, right? The world didn't want to see that fight, right? The world wanted to see that fight as Errol Spence started to go get those belts, as Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence had their back and forth, as the contract negotiation talks, and all that stuff start to build up. They had to build that fight. That fight was created by that was a hardcore boxing fan fight, right? And that's what people are not getting. Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford was a hardcore boxing fan fight that trickled over into the casual fan, right? Tank Davis has Tank Davis has casual fans and he has pure boxing fans. Devin Haney has casual fans and he has pure boxing fans. The casual fans is the fans who aren't embedded right in the boxing every single day, right? But when it's a good fight, they tune in. The casual fans are the guys who may not know many boxers' name, right? But they know who the star boxers are. They know who the boxers who move the needle are, right? And Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis, right, are boxers who move the needle. Bud Crawford is a boxer who moves the needle now, but originally, Bud Crawford wasn't, that big of a name or that big of a namesake, right? So I feel like that fight most definitely needed time. So I feel like that fight most definitely needed time. You know what I mean, to build. But this fight, they're already ahead of the curve as far as that Errol Spence. They're already ahead of the curve as far as that Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford, right? Because they are the namesake. They are two big name fighters. You got Devin Haney, who's already putting on his own pay-per-view cards, right? You got Gervonta Tank Davis, who just did, his best pay-per-view with Ryan Garcia, right? Errol Spence did about 200 plus to 250 pay-per-views per pay-per-view, right? Terrence Bud Crawford didn't even have a pay-per-view, and the one pay-per-view he did about 150,000, right? You got on average, you got Gervonta Tank Davis doing about anywhere from maybe 150 to 200,000, right? You got Devin Haney who did 150 with Lomachenko, and he did about 150, 200K plus. You know what I mean? With Regis Prograis, right? So he's about at 150. You got Tank Davis about at two. Devin Haney is about at 150 to two. You got Tank Davis who's about at two to his highest was one. So he went from like 200,000 to a flux of like 1.2 million, right? And I think that had a lot to do with the opponent choice because the fight was a fight that the people wanted to see, right? Not necessarily a good fight, right? But most definitely a fight that the people wanted to see. You know what I mean? Ryan Garcia has a lot of those casual fans, right? So that fight was able to do extremely well. So you got Tank coming off, his pay-per-view versus you got coming out. You got Tank coming out. Real popular Tank. Yeah, you missing the whole conversation. That's why I really just ignored your comment, Big Dog. It's really why I ignored your comment. I don't even care. Okay, yeah, Tank popular. Good job. Like they don't help me out. You know what I mean? That's exactly what I'm saying. How popular that Tank is. But you want to shit on Devin so bad, you can't even see that I'm giving Tank his props. I'm not even saying nothing. I'm not even comparing Tank popularity to Devin. What I'm saying is that Tank is extremely popular, like Errol Spence, and Devin is more popular than Bud Crawford. And your context clues, your context ain't that great. Your context skills ain't that great. You know what I mean? Because what I said was uh Devin Tank is bigger than EJ versus Bud. You saying Devin will never be as popular as Tank has zero to do with what I'm talking about right now. You know what I mean? Has zero to do with what I'm talking about right now. I'm comparing the fight of Earl and Bud to the fight of Tank and Devin, and how Tank versus Devin it's a much bigger fight than Earl versus Bud. Earl versus Bud was a hardcore fan with a sprinkle of casuals. All the casuals love Tank, you know. All the casuals love Tank. You know what I mean? Casuals don't know shit about boxing. They can come in here and say Devin will never be as popular as Tank. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like that's exactly what I mean. You know what I mean? Casuals love Tank. And then you got casuals who don't stop talking about Devin. Like you can't stop talking about Devin. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying this fight is even bigger. This fight is even bigger than Earl and Bud because casuals love Tank, and casuals love to talk shit about Devin. You know what I mean? You do every single day. Every single day. What's the topic of conversation? Right? What's the topic of conversation? Tank, Devin, Tank, Tank, Devin, Tank. Every day. Every day. Even if you don't like Tank. You could be, it's people who are fans of Shakur Stevenson. They don't talk about Shakur Stevenson as much as they talk about. Imagine if people only went, right? Imagine if people only went, right, to the places that talked about fighters that they like, right? Devin Haney, the Haney name, whether it's Bill or Devin, right? And people don't understand it. Devin Haney is what 25 years old. At 25 years old, Javante Tank Davis wasn't this popular. At 25 years old, at 25 years old, Eric Spence wasn't this popular. At 25 years old, Bud Crawford wasn't this popular. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, that's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I'm saying. This fight has the potential. This fight has the potential to be huge because it's more room. It's more. It's more. It's more. It's between two fighters. It's between two fighters who are highly known. Two fighters who are talked about every single day, like the boxing world knew Earl and Bud, right? But the casuals weren't really up on it, right? The casuals weren't really up on it. We put the casuals on that fight, right? We made everybody, you know what I mean, tune into that fight. We told them, man, that was this the one, this the one, this the one. We don't gotta tell the people nothing with Tank and Dev. Casuals love Devin. Casuals love Tank. People who halfway know about boxing, people who halfway know about boxing, right? Know who Devin Haney is. You know what I mean? And he said Tank versus Devin is William was and has to do with the demographics to be real. Rich kid versus hood kid. Rich kid versus hood kid. Rich kid. You talking about Devin Haney, rich kid? Do you realize how? Do you realize? Do you realize? Like in this, let's talk about this for a second. The rich kid. Do y'all realize Devin didn't even finish fucking school? Like the rich kid. Do y'all realize what Bill did to get his fucking money? Y'all got to stop that shit, dog. Y'all really got to stop. He from. I live in the hood now. Y'all love Tank for being from. I'm in the hood right now. Y'all don't love me like that. Y'all want me to. You know what I mean? Y'all want me to get my panties wet. You know what I mean? Type be like, bro. Who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a fuck about it? I want to see them in the ring. I don't care about their lifestyle. I'm still in the hood. Tank getting out the hood. Don't do me no fucking good. You know what I mean? Don't do me no fucking good. He's in PT. By the time Dev hits 30, he'll be more popular than EJ and Bud. And Gervonta Tank Davis, if Tank Davis ever fight him. Devin Haney is one win. Devin Haney is one Gervonta Tank Davis win from putting Gervonta Tank Davis' whole career to bed. He won Gervonta Tank Davis went away from being Floyd Mayweather. Yep. He won Gervonta Tank Davis and win away from being Floyd Mayweather. I'm pretty sure people thought that Floyd never be as popular as Oscar De La Hoya. What was they wrong? You know what I mean? At 25 years old, you know what I mean? But I digress. But it started to tank right exactly. K like, bro, come on, y'all gotta stop that, dog. Y'all they motherfuckers be infatuated with that. But I'm still here. Y'all not. It's not all it's cracked up to be. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Casually get there. We know the truth, but my God, you know, no, yeah, man, right. You really want to tell me, like, nigga, you really want to be like, hey, well, he a rich kid. Do you know how Bill got his fucking money? What are you talking about? The same niggas y'all coming, y'all want to praise Tank for getting out the hood and doing this. Praise Bill for doing the same thing. Crazy ass people. It's the same thing. It's just that you choose to like Tank because his tattoos and shit, I guess. Y'all want to, you talking about, oh, I'm going to praise Bill. Bill got out the hood too. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, God, man. He said, damn, has done more. Yeah, that's exactly, dog. Exactly, man. Exactly, man. I got to stop it. Not y'all trying to portray. Not y'all trying to portray Bill and Devin as not y'all trying to portray Bill and Devin. You know what I portray Tank as? Don't get me started. I'm not finna. Y'all got the right one. I pay attention to the fight, y'all. Like, niggas dislike Devin because his dad got him out the hood but love Tank and he beat women. Don't get me started because this ain't what this about. I'm actually praising Tank right now, man. Big Dog came here and fucked it up with that Devin hate. You know what I mean? I was in here talking about how popular Tank is and how this fight is big, how this fight need to happen. He coming here telling me about Tank being from the hood. Like, I ain't still up in this motherfucker. Like, I give a fuck about Tank success story. Like, I give a fuck about Tank's success story. Like, I ain't in the hood right now with my 3 little girls right here. Y'all niggas don't come in here and celebrate me every fucking day. You know what I mean? Because it's not that important. The same niggas who despise all that hush. Oh, you want to be a gangster. Oh, you want to gangbang. Oh, you want to be a thug. Now when it's on Tank, I'm supposed to praise it when it's him. That nigga, what you talking about? That nigga ain't never been. That nigga been out the hood since he was like 15 years old. Fuck is you talking about? That nigga been out the hood since he was like 15. But he from the hood. That nigga's a boxer. Do you realize these people in the hood? Tank is a boxer, dog. If you stick Tank in a real hood, he's a boxer. Them niggas in the hood is gonna tell you that dude, he's from the hood. That dude is not a hood. That dude's a boxer. Do you know what Bill Haney was doing? That's what niggas in the hood do. Tank is a boxer. Tank is somebody that was guided. He was nurtured. He was cared for. Fuck is y'all talking about? Oh, his mama was a crackhead, bro. I almost told y'all my business real quick, bro. Come on, bro. That's shit. That's every day, B. That's every day, B. I'm not fascinated. I'm not fascinated by that shit. Dog. That shit don't excite me. But I digress, because I'm talking about boxing right now. That's what we talking about. We talking about boxing. Man. That's what we on right now. That's what we on. These men, like, don't Bill from the hood. Yeah, but I digress. What I'm saying is, hey. What is we talking about here? But boxing, please. Boxing, please. Boxing, please. If Dev don't portray himself as a good guy, take his ally. You taking it personally, it could be opposite. But what's out in the public? Man, ass ain't been to the hood in years, dog. Man, ass ain't been to the hood in years. That man is sheltered. That man is sheltered, man. That man is sheltered, dog. That man didn't even finish school. The man didn't even go to school. Right. That man didn't even go to school. Didn't even go to class. But I digress. But for that exact reason, you know what I mean? For that exact reason, both these dudes are casual fans love both these dudes. Casual fans know both these dudes' names. Casual fans know Bud Crawford's name now, but they didn't know his name before Errol Spence, right? So Bud's next fight and Errol Spence's next fights are probably going to be bigger, right? Because now more people know who they are because they fought one another. That's how they had to introduce themselves to the casual world, right? By fighting one another. Tank and Devin, the casual world, they already know who they are. Cassandra, what's good, Cassandra? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Cassandra. Glad you can make it if y'all could. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. Greatly appreciate you sliding through. Man. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. We ain't having us a boxing conversation, man. This is one of these jumps that I was thinking to myself, right? Some people are okay, right? Some people are okay with Dev and Tank not fighting. Some people would actually rather have it that way for a couple different reasons, right? One reason they may think Tank may lose and they don't want to see Dev be successful, right? Some people hope it don't happen because some people don't want to see Dev lose, right? But I really think a lot of people don't want to see that fight happen because they don't want Dev to be on top, right? They don't want to see Tank lose. Some people are just really okay with their fighter, being viewed as the best, right? With their fight. I don't necessarily, and I do got a favorite fighter. I'd never be to do to you. I don't got a favorite fighter because I'd be lying to you. I would be lying to you. And y'all know I don't lie to you. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. You either gonna like it or you ain't gonna like it. You know what I mean? I do have favorite fighters, but I don't cap for no man. I don't put no extras on no man. I don't give no man no more extra credit than he deserves. I don't take away no credit from somebody else because my man ain't doing what the fuck he's supposed to do. And that's the shit that burns my soul. Some people don't even care about the boxing. Some people just don't want me to fuck with Devin Haney, right? Some people don't even care about the good fight. Some people just don't want you to like Devin Haney, right? Some people don't even care about the titles, right? Some people don't care about the sport, right? They just like their favorite fighter. And that's what this is about for them. It's about seeing their favorite fighter be good and seeing your favorite fighter not surpass their favorite fighter. Me, I got favorite fighters, but I'm a fan of all of these fighters. You know what I mean? Because I respect what they do as a whole because I actually been in the ring with fighters. I actually sparred fighters. I sparred some of your favorite fighters. Y'all remember Floyd Mayweather came to Memphis, Tennessee, right? And he had that tournament, right, where Memphis Miller was born from. Tank Davis was in that tournament, as well. Marco Hall Jr. was in that tournament as well. It was about motherfucking 100 motherfuckers in that tournament. That Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis won. A lot of motherfuckers had to get in there and fight. Gervonta Tank Davis was the one that came out on top of their worldwide tournament or their worldwide tournament. Floyd Mayweather went around to all the hoods, got all the little boys who thought they could box from Memphis to Tennessee to Vegas to Chicago, everywhere. Yeah, but y'all wouldn't know this because y'all not really hip up on this shit. You know what I mean? Y'all not really hip up on this shit. And this was years ago when they was young boys. For all you know, Sudden T was in that motherfucker. Now I ain't get too far. I got to about the second round, but that tournament that Floyd had where he was signing motherfucker that Gervonta Tank Davis won. Yeah. But some people just in this shit to talk for the mess. I really want to see the sport grow because I know how unforgiving that this shit is. You know what I mean? This shit is really unforgiving, right? So for me seeing the dude get crowned and get Jude for honestly, for not really doing shit, just for being connected to Floyd Mayweather, whoever would have won that motherfucking tournament. You know what I mean? Type deal. But I digress. But I digress. I digress. This shit about me is, man, if y'all gonna say that that man is the best, y'all gonna say that that man is the GOAT and all that. Well, what you go judge it by, right? And that be my problem. If you saying he this and he that, what you judging by? Because you're not judging by accomplishments, right? You're not judging by who he beat, right? And you're not judging by championships. Motherfuckers be telling me Tank the best because he the cash cow. Now, what kind of shit is that? That's not boxing, my nigga. That's not boxing. That's not boxing. Now, and then some people will tell you Tank the cash cow, and they'll be like, it's about like, so you watch boxing to see Gervonta Tank Davis make money, and then they want to try to hit you with the, well, you don't take the belts home either. Now, nigga, I don't take the belts home either, but they do. I can watch them fight for the straps at the end of their career. What you go baby say about your favorite fighter? Man, my favorite fighter made a lot of money. How they help you? How does that help you? How does that prove that your favorite fighter is even a good fighter? Him making money don't have shit to do with his pockets. What is we talking about? Forbes? Oh, he make a lot of money. Well, if that's the case, you need to be comparing him to Bill Gates and Floyd Mayweather, pockets and Will Smith and niggas like that. He's Forbes. You compare him to the Forbes, that nigga don't make no motherfucking money. What are you talking about? I'm here to watch boxing. Fuck is you talking about? I'm not here to count nobody pockets or talk to you about how popular Tank is. That's women. That's what women do. That's what women do. That's why women like Tank and watch Tank, to look at his tattoos and, oh, he got a lot of money. He a nigga in charge. Oh, I want. They fantasize about him. Know what you niggas be doing. I'm really trying to expose you. I'm trying to get you niggas to say it. That's what I'm trying to get you niggas to come out the closet. That's what I'm trying to do. I know why y'all like Tank, that he ain't done nothing. Because it's the only reason you can't like him. Because he ain't done nothing. You can like the way he fight. Yeah, I like how he look. Well, say that, bro. Say I like how he fight. Now, it's true that he ain't done shit, but I like seeing him knock people out. Me personally, I don't like seeing bullies bully people. You know what I mean? Hello, baby. Me personally, I don't like seeing bullies bully people. You know what I mean? I want to see even fights. I want to see fights that are competitive. I want to see fights that are competitive, right? I don't want to see a guy go in there and get his ass skulled. I want to see a guy go in there and get carried. You know what I mean? But I digress. He said it would definitely be big fight, Dave versus Saint. Yeah, but this is how I'm saying. Like, the fact with where they at right now, the star power with where they at right now, the star power that they at right now, it's already, I think, a bigger fight or sells more than Bud versus Aaron. Aaron versus Bud did damn good. It did over 700,000 domestic pay-per-views, and it did over 500,000 foreign pay-per-views, right? You know what I mean? So that was a successful show. And I think that Tank Davis and Devin Haney, because of their personalities, right? Because of their who they are, right? Because you either love Tank or you hate him. You either love Devin or you hate him, right? And they're already doing it. Well, Devin is, right? Devin is 25. Gervonta Tank Davis is 29, right? So I feel like this is the perfect time. And if we wait too long, right? I feel like we wait too long, kind of like we did with Earl and Bud, right? I think I won't say that we waited too long for Earl and Bud, but I think that fight should have happened a year before it happened. I do think they needed those 2 and 3 years to build that fight up because Bud isn't a casual face, a casual star. Gervonta and Tank Davis, Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Devin Haney, we don't need to build that fight up for 3 years because those guys are already household names, even at this point, right? The Ryan Garcia pay-per-view is what solidified Tank, right? You got everybody talking about Devin Haney day in, day out, every day, finding new ways, new stories to just throw him in there, right? You know what I mean? Type deal. The time is now for those two people. Devin Haney and Bud Crawford. Devin Haney is already the star that Bud Crawford is right now. You get what I'm saying? Errol Spence is a superstar in boxing, right? Tank Davis is a superstar in boxing. Devin Haney is a growing star in boxing. You know what I mean? And it's happening right before I like people not realizing. You're not realizing that you're talking about Devin Haney every single day, baby. you're not realizing that that you're talking about Devin Haney every single day. That you're talking about Devontae Tank Davis every single day, right? Regardless, whether you like him or you don't like him, right? You're talking about him. I feel like already, right now, will be the perfect time for Devontae Tank Davis. I feel like right now, right, will be the perfect time for Devontae Tank Davis and Devin Haney to go in it because that fight really don't need to be built up no more. You know what I mean? And then we'll have to start. I don't even want to get into the weight and the rehydration because me personally, right? I feel like why not just do it at 140, bro? You fought at 140 before. Why not just do it at 140, right? I ain't gonna get into that because then that's gonna start a whole different conversation, right? So I'm gonna let that jump work itself out. And honestly, I do think they gonna fight. I think they already signed the fight, actually, right? I think they already signed the fight, actually, right? And they just kind of starting that promotion because Bill Haney has said something. He said something. It's a video going around, right, where Tank blocked Bill Haney. But I paid attention to words, context clues, and how they used. You know what I mean? And Bill Haney said something that kind of alarmed me. I don't know if y'all, heard it. But it's a recent video going around. What's good, BC? It's a recent video going around. It's a recent video going around, right? Of Bill Haney saying that Devontae Tank Davis blocked him, right? It's a video going around right now where Bill Haney is saying that Devontae Tank Davis blocked him, right? But I noticed in that video. Hold on, y'all fucked up. Dang. All right, fucked up, y'all. Hold on. But I noticed in that video, right? That Bill Haney said, "How you gonna block me?" And I'm the one. I'm the one that's helping promoting the fight, right? He said, "How you gonna block me?" And I'm the one helping promote the fight, right? So what that sound like to me is that shit. I think Bill fucked up. He said, "I'm the one that's helping promote this fight." So what that sounded like to me was shit that Bill kind of let the cat out of the bag. That it's a fight to be promoted, right? But that's just me reading between the lines, right? But from what I've been hearing, my information, right? At the beginning of the year, I heard they may fight at the end of December, right? That fell through. What's good, BC? Said we hit that basketball prop last night. Yes, sir, we did, BC. Yes, we did. Yes, we did, BC. Yes, we did. So what they sounded like to me was let me get straight, man. I done fucked up. Let me get right, y'all. I done messed up my I done pulled my damn TV cord out the wall. Hold on, y'all. Y'all let your boy get right, man. I done fucked up. Hold on, y'all. God damn, man. How the fuck did it happen? Hold on, man. Yeah, I know, BC. I didn't knock my TV off the wall, fool. I know, bro. I didn't knock my shit off the wall, bro. I don't know. Hold on. I ain't done. I was about to roll up and everything, but I was really about to get cooking for y'all. That's what I was really about to do. That's what I was really about to do. Yeah, though, but I just don't like. I don't like when people, man. I just hate when, man, they don't come try to sell me. Don't come trying to sell me no tank from the hood and Devin not, man. Don't be come selling me that shit, bro. I ain't don't come selling me that bullshit. That shit don't impress me, my nigga. Cause I'm still here. Cause I'm still here, bro. I'm still in the hood. So him getting out the hood don't do me no good. You know, I'm not impressed by that shit. I'm not impressed by that shit. And that nigga not from the hood either. And that nigga not from the hood either. That nigga a boxer. That nigga a boxer, dog. All right, boom. There we go. We back twerking, baby. We back twerking. All right. All right. Yeah. I done spilled all my fucking weed, bro. Spilled all my damn weed. But I digress. Where's I at, BC? Yeah, we won, though. I'm going to get y'all right. And I only use some of what y'all sent too, so y'all still got extra. Yes, sir. Okay, we about to do it today too. My bad. Where are these clothes coming from? Where these clothes? I have never seen. What you bring this to me for? So you said Bill drop contest clues. Okay, yeah, big, got you. I mean, all right. It's not mine. You gotta bring me the women clothes. I digress. Yeah, Bill had said, y'all know that video. Appreciate you, BC. Y'all know that video. It's a video going around right now where Bill said Tank blocked him. On the internet. Right. And he said something that I paid attention to, right? Now, most people saw the video, they started making jokes. Tank blocked Bill. Bill mad that Tank blocked him. Right. And I even saw somebody say, why do Bill keep saying something to Tank? Why do Tank gotta talk to Bill? Well, if Bill is the manager and promoter, who else does Tank want to talk to? If Bill is the trainer, manager, and promoter, who the fuck else is Tank supposed to talk to? He don't want to talk to Bill. He don't want to talk to Eddie. It's crazy. Like people just be talking. That's how you know when some people just want to be right. They don't really care about wanting to see the fight right. They don't care about what's right. They just want to be right. Because Tank want to talk to Eddie. right? And now they saying Tank don't gotta talk to Bill. So if Tank not talking to Eddie, Tank not talking to Bill, that means y'all just cool with Tank not fight him in general. And if that's the thing, just say that, right? It's me people pretending like, oh yeah, Tank washed everybody without fighting anybody. And I'm gonna keep the impression on them. So if you, I'm expecting a lot of people who claim they fuck with me not to be on my show. I'm gonna try to get y'all to not come to this motherfucker. Cause I'm gonna tell you everything you don't want to hear about your favorite fighter. I'm gonna tell you everything you don't want to hear about your favorite fighter. Devin problem is look, this is just between my favorite fighter and your favorite fighter. Devin problem is he entertained every fight. So you could say, well, how you go fight him and him and him and him? If a nigga say they want to fight, Devin is going to entertain them, right? That's really the only thing you can say about Devin. He entertained every fight. Think about it. How you go negotiate with him and him and him and him? So Devin problem is he entertained every fight. He try to see what the best deal is, right? That's his problem, right? Your favorite fighter problem is he won't entertain any good fight. No good fights with your favorite fighter entertain at all, right? So I'd rather have my favorite fighter problem than your favorite fighter problem. You know what I mean? My favorite fighter got a problem with entertaining everybody. Everybody who won't smoke. Your favorite fighter got a problem with fighting people who won't smoke. You know what I mean? Really what's going to happen is, imagine if Bill Haney was out here, right? Imagine if Bill Haney was out here and he said, well, Gervonta Tank Davis could fight. He could fight somebody else. He don't got to fight, you know what I mean, Tank Davis. He could fight somebody else. He don't got to fight Devin Haney. The goddamn Tank Davis coach will be killing Bill for saying, oh, he running, he ducking. Literally. Calvin Ford has made a statement about Tank not fighting Devin. Ellis made a statement about Tank not fighting Devin. Tank has made a statement about not fighting Devin. And people still find a way to tell you that it's Devin fault that fight ain't happening. Right? Now, me personally, I think we passed the point. I think we passed the point of that fight not happening. Because I think it's going to happen at this point. I do. I think everything that's going on right now is kind of just for show. I think everything that's going on right now is kind of just for promotion. Again, because what's good, AB? Again, because Bill Haney said something, right? And I read between the lines a little bit. I context clues some shit a little bit. You know what I mean? He said, Tank, how you gonna block me? And I'm the one that's promoting this fight. Right? Now, what fight is he promoting? You know what I mean? I've been hearing before. I heard, again, I'm going to repeat this, right? I heard earlier this year that they may be fighting in December, right? That's looking like it's not true. Tank not going to have a fight in December, right? And then shortly not too long ago, I heard that Devin Haney may be very well going to Amazon Prime. Now, I do think him going to Amazon Prime is contingent upon how this Tank Davis fight can get worked out, right? Again, more context clues, right? People were saying Eddie Hearn reaching out to Tank don't mean nothing. If that fight happened, you know, Eddie Hearn ain't going to be the one that put that fight on. You are absolutely correct, right? And I think the reason that Eddie Hearn reached out to Gervonta Tank Davis is because that was Eddie Hearn's attempt at getting that fight from Prime and Al Haymon, right? Because we know that Eddie Hearn is not against letting Devin Haney, you know, venture off. He's not against letting Devin Haney venture off to go have a fight somewhere else and come back, right? So I do think that Devin Haney is contemplating going to sign the Prime and fight Gervonta Tank Davis. I think Eddie Hearn reaching out to Gervonta Tank Davis was Eddie Hearn trying to make an attempt to keep that fight in-house, to keep that fight on his side of the street, to keep that fight with Devin Haney. Now, I don't think that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be inclined to put on a fight without Al Haymon. You know, he went and he had said something he had said something in there. Devontae Tank Davis, right? He said he probably went to go talk to Espinoza about that deal that I didn't know nothing about. He said, "Don't be surprised if you see me somewhere else." That came from Javante. They came from Javante Tank Davis. You know what I mean? And I think that's when Eddie Hearn went to hit up Javante about staging that fight on the zone. So I'm thinking that fight is gonna happen because I think that's the reason that Eddie Hearn had hit that. You know what I mean? Tank, because he's trying to make an attempt to keep that fight on his network instead of having it on Prime. But I heard a little rumor that Devin may be going to Prime, and I think that shit may be contingent upon the Javante Tank Davis fight, right? But I do think, well, I ain't gonna say I think I know. I know right now that both sides are talking. I know right now that both sides are talking. Right? And it's starting to kind of starting to feel like to me, I'm multitasking, y'all. And it's kind of starting to feel like to me, y'all, that we in the promotion stage of this fight. Right? I kind of feel like I'm starting to feel like we in the promotion stage of this fight. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not gonna be one of the ones who tell you, man, I don't want this fight. I'm not gonna be one of the ones who tell you that I hope it don't happen, because I really do hope it happens, because we as boxing fans, we deserve this fight, right? I'm not one of them dudes who okay with, Tank just going on being undefeated and Devin just going on being undefeated, right? And Shakur just going on being undefeated and never facing one. I'm not one of them people, dog. I would have been highly upset if Errol Spence and Bud never fought one another, right? I'm gonna be highly upset. If Canelo and Jamal Charlo don't fight one another. I'm one of those who like seeing the right thing happen, right? I'm gonna be highly upset if Benavidez don't fight Charlo after calling him out all this time, right? I mean, it's certain fights that I feel like are just good for boxing. It's certain fights I feel that are just like good for boxing. That'll get the people going. That'll really get the eyes and get the needle moving. Tank versus Devin is one of those fights. You know what I mean? That's one of those fights I feel like get the people going. And only we lose, right? This how you know. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, and this is a fact. And y'all could dispute it or whatnot, but the people who are happy with Tank and Devin not happening are Javante Tank Davis fans. You know why? And the people who want this fight to happen so bad, right, are Devin Haney fans. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because look at what's going on now. Javante Tank Davis don't need titles. Javante Tank Davis don't need to beat Devin. Javante Tank Davis don't need to do nothing. He already got fan support, right? He already got the cash cow status, right? Javante Tank Davis don't need to do nothing but keep doing what he's doing. Knocking out guys that he's supposed to knock out. And it's going to be coping steady for him, right? So it don't affect them that much if he fight Devin or not, because he's still going to be Javante Tank Davis, right? So a lot of them are okay with that fight not happening, because I still get to boost up my fighter. He don't got to prove it. And he's still going to be the best, because everybody going to say that, because he got a lot of fans, right? It's going to be more people that say he is than he not, because it's so many of us, right? But with Devin Haney knows, and his fans knows that Devin Haney wants to prove that he's the best. He has something to prove. It matters to him. So in effect, it matters to his fans, or it matters to the people that want to see him win. And it should matter to boxing fans in general, right? We shouldn't be okay with Tank Davis being the cash cow without having to prove shit. Y'all killed Canelo for years, right? And he's the cash cow. He actually proved something. So y'all been killing Canelo for years on years on years. And I'm thinking you kill him because he don't want to fight people. Now I'm realizing, wait, y'all the same way with Tank. Canelo is 20,000 times more accomplished than Tank. Canelo was 20,000 times more accomplished than Tank was at 29 when he was 29. Right? He's 20,000 more times more accomplished than Tank at 25. He's fought better names. We talking about Pedraza this, Pedraza that. right? He's holding better names at 25, at 27 than Tank did, right? And we killed him for years. But we give Tank a pass because he look like us. And that's going to be my next EP. I'm really finna piss y'all off. We give Tank a pass because he look like us. Nobody else has lower standard than Tank. Tank is like that chick, right? And that's why I be on you niggas ass, because I'm on to you niggas. Tank is like that chick, right? That bad chick, right? That you know ain't worth it. The bitch can't cook. The bitch can't clean. The bitch be cheating. The bitch don't do nothing but suck your dick, right? You know she ain't worth nothing, right? But you go keep her and you go make out excuses for her. You go cook your own food. You go clean up your own shit, right? You go do she don't do nothing else, and you go keep her because it's good enough for you. You know what I mean? That's good enough. That's cool because it looked nice. It looked nice, so you go keep it, right? Devin Haney, right? Devin Haney is the one with the job, with the car, with all the accomplishments, with the degrees on her wall and shit like that, right? But she might not give it up to you. She might not give it up to you that first month. She might not give it up to you that first 2 months. She might not give it up to you the first 3 months. You gotta work a little harder for it, right? So you don't want to fuck with that because you gotta work a little harder for it. This is easy, so you go where it's easy. Not tell you this, not just run this lesson myself. If it's too easy to get, it's probably like that for everybody. It's too easy to get. It's probably like that for everybody. You know what I mean? But he just unproven, right? I don't know how we could kill Canelo for years on years on years, right? Kill his opponents. Oh, he cherry picking the old people. He cherry picking, this guy. He cherry picking that guy. But he cherry picking, right, people who are better than fighters that Gervonta Tank Davis are fighting, right? So my thing is, y'all just like them. If you got a problem with what Canelo was doing, you damn sure should have a problem with what Tank Davis is doing. Tank Davis can get away with what he's doing because the community, the people, we don't hold him to the standard that we hold everybody else to. And it's just that simple. We don't hold him to the same standard, right? Because he's a fluid baby, right? We want to call him and treat him like he's fluid. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers was saying Tank Davis was the cash cow when Tank Davis was doing less than 100,000 pay-per-views. So I've been hearing he the cash cow before he was even the cash cow. He's a cash cow. If you look at the numbers in totality, he don't do better numbers than Errol Spence, right? But if you listen to people around here, they'll tell you he's the biggest name in boxing. They'll tell you he's the biggest name in boxing. But clearly, you just saw him do 4 pay-per-views, Ryan do 1 pay-per-view, Ryan 1 pay-per-view at 1.2. But I digress, right? It's like when you like something or something like you, like you'll make excuses for it. You'll settle for, okay, it's cool because I like it. It's cool because I like it. It's cool because I like it. He don't gotta win 2 divisions because I like him. He don't gotta fight the best because I like him. He don't gotta do this because I like him. You know what I mean? She don't gotta cook because I like her. She don't gotta clean because I like her. He don't gotta support me because I like him. You know what I mean? He don't gotta provide because I like him. I'm not giving nobody more credit than they deserve, and I'm not gonna short you your credit after you earn it. Not one of those people. Not one of those people have a hard time. People have a hard time. What's good, Quick? TWT. What's good, Queen? Appreciate you sliding through this time. What's good, man? What's good, Josh? Shout out my guy, Josh. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Josh, what's good? Pimp, glad you can make it. Y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy Winter having us a boxing conversation. Basically, to sum up this whole EP, right? What I did, and Big Dog made me take this EP somewhere else, but I really was on some whole other shit, right? I was on some whole other shit. Big Dog made me take this EP to a different place. You know what I mean? But I got a coffee. I gotta get that shit together. I don't like that, bro. My shit about to fall in. And it's getting worse too. I don't like that. It's getting worse too. My shit gonna fall in on me now. I gotta go up there and see. I don't like that. It looks bad too. I don't like that, y'all. Hold on, let me see. But I digress. We said Carter. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But I digress. Yeah, I don't like that shit. But I digress. I ain't one of them people, bro. I watch boxing, right, because I want to see who the best boxer is. It ain't nothing more than that, dog. It ain't nothing more than that. I want to see who the best boxer is. That's why I watch boxing, dog. Not who make the most money. Not who could look the best in they pants, in they shirt, in they shorts and shit, right? Not who get the best tattoos and shit, right? Right. Not who could knock out the most bums, right? I want to see who the best boxer is, right? They said it's an eye test. It's an eye test for certain fighters. Some fighters are proven on paper, and some fighters are eye test fighters, right? Is your fighter an eye test fighter, or is your fighter a proven fighter? You know what I mean? And they all still got shit to prove. You got something to prove until you retire. You know what I mean? In sports, they all got something to prove. So do you have a okay. Do you have an eye test fighter? Right? Is your favorite fighter an eye test fighter? Or is your favorite fighter a proven fighter? And it's gonna be up, it's up to you to answer that and what you winning for. But what I realized, right? What I realized, and fans, right? Fans tend to like people where they from in their region, right? Most Tank fans are up north, right? Where he at. Most of them are. People who defend Tank, most of them, right, are up north, right? Or I should say this. People like things that are similar to themselves, right? If you like some people like Tank because he's from up north, right? You may like Errol Spence, right? Because he's from the south. Now y'all got you might like Spence, right? Because he's from the south, right? Or I might like Spence, right? Because he looked like me. Or you might like Tank because he looked like you. He a short, light-skinned nigga. Oh, I'm short, light-skinned, I like Tank, right? And I get all of it. That's why they got a lot to do with, right? A lot of stuff, the way they fight, who they fight, right? But then you are able to separate the man fans, right? Because that's a man fan, right? You have a bromance with that dude. You take a liking to him. The likeness, it's the likeness of him that you like. That's called man fan. That's a bromance. A lot of these niggas watch boxing because they have bromances with these dudes. And I'm gonna say this shit again, slow. A lot of it, when you be seeing these niggas cap for fighters, cap, like blatantly cap, like when you ignore facts that are in your face, when you ignore what's actually going on, it's because them niggas be having man crushes on these fighters. And I'm gonna say it in 2000. I'm saying it all 2024. I'm exposing you niggas with these man crushes. You know what I mean? I watch boxing because I want to see the best fighters fight the fight. I don't give a fuck who wins the fight. I want to see, is you the baddest motherfucker in the ring? Because that's what you say, right? That's what you box for. Everybody in boxing thinks I'm the best fighter at my weight class. I'm the best fighter around this weight. If I could match myself up with anybody around my weight, right, I can whoop their ass. That's what boxing is about, right? But when you start to let your likeness of a fighter, when I start to cap for Errol Spence because I like the fact that he looked like me, then I'm becoming a man fan. When you can't separate the two, yeah, I like him because he's from Memphis. We all do that. Yeah, my favorite team is Tennessee Titans because I'm from Tennessee.
Quickie Fair trained the Cowboys because she's from Dallas. That happens in all sports. In boxing is no different. I get it, but when you can't admit that, it's where we have a problem. When you can't admit it, so I know. But some people they do everything but tell the truth when you know the real reason, and that's where I have a disconnect with motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That's where I have a disconnect. You know, when you try to tell me that, Devin ain't done shit because Tank ain't done shit for real, that's where I have a problem because how that's not true. It's not the truth. It is not the truth because it's not the truth, right? To say and then one that's not true. That's not true because Devin has done something that your favorite fighter hadn't done, and I mean Tank. I mean Sugar Ray Robinson, right? I mean Floyd, right? So to say that nobody has done nothing is blasphemy, right? We got to be direct when we point the blame at who we pointing it at. You know what I mean? We do, right? And when our fighter ain't doing right, which is why a lot of these fighters don't feel like they have to do shit because we baby them, we cuddle them. They know that it don't matter. They still go watch. They still go buy. You know what I mean? They still go do this. They still go do that. Right? So a lot of these dudes ain't got. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of these dudes because most of these dudes do gotta prove something. It's not really the only people. It's only two people in boxing who really don't have to do shit and they still get back. And that's Ryan and that's Gervonta Tank Davis. And I'm gonna keep it real because I can say that because that's really what it is. Ryan don't have to do nothing. Ryan don't ever have to be a champion. Ever have to prove himself. He go get main events and he go get big money fights. Tank don't ever have to be a champion. You really don't gotta prove yourself, and he go be a main event, and it's gonna be a big fight, right? Because they're popular. But most people in boxing, right, which is why I mess with the Devins, right? Because most people in boxing, most people in life, in everything that you do, you have to prove yourself first before you're able to earn the riches, before you're able to get to the light at the end of the rainbow. Not everybody is just people want to allude to Devin being the rich kid and spoiled. And we talking about actually inside of the boxing, man, Devin had to go to fucking Mexico to get to where he at. You got to get Devin had to go to Mexico to be here, get up here. Devin had to go to the zone and listen to y'all say, don't nobody know him. Devin can't sell. Ain't nobody buying his fights. Ain't nobody going to his fights. He had to work his way up there. He had to fight the best people to get there, to get the main event. He had to go to top rank to get, you know what I mean, to the top, to get to where he at now. Niggas like Tank and Ryan, bro, they don't have to do. Most people with no titles or one title, right, are fighting on the a much lower scale. You know what I mean? Than Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis, right? Right. Jamal Charlo got 2 belts and he's pretty popular, right? He's one of the more popular guys, right? He got 2 belts, right? In 2 different weight classes, and he's not as popular as Gervonta Tank Davis, right? So most fighters have to accomplish something to get to where they need to get, right? So I just find it, and people always like Big Dog came and said something about, people look at, Tank the guy from the hood and Devin is the rich kid. If you're looking at their actual profession, Tank is the silver spoon kid, the fed kid, the spoon fed guy. Here you get this. Here you can fight on floor undercard. Here you can fight on floor undercard. So Devin is the one who had to get it out the mud. You know what I mean? For real, for real. You know what I mean? Now casuals are dead one. I don't give a fuck what a casual got to say. I just want you to come watch the fight. You know what I mean? Type deal. But if you're really looking at what's really going on inside of the context, you know what I mean? Is your fighter proven, right? Or do you have an eye test fighter? And I just want you to ask yourself that. Is your favorite fighter proven, or is he an eye test fighter? And ain't no wrong with being an eye test fighter, but you are just that. You are an eye test fighter. That's what he's an eye test fighter, right? In boxing, and in this fight with Tank and Devin, you got one of the most popular dudes in boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis, right? Crowd pleaser, people love him. Me and him on the beam, me and him on the beam. Women want to be with him, right? I'm being y'all right now. Star Attraction, right? The biggest name in boxing. He's the biggest star. Star, right? So you got star, Tank Davis, right? Star, Tank Davis, right? And then you got the most proven boxer in the fucking game right now. Fuck is you talking about? So you got one of the youngest, biggest stars, Gervonta Tank Davis. You got one of the youngest and most proven young stars in Devin Haney, right? You got one of the most accomplished young brothers in boxing, Devin Haney. You got the biggest star in boxing, right? So if y'all could cap for Tank, like he the biggest star in boxing, when we know it's Canelo, when we know Tank in the totality ain't as popular as Errol Spence, right? Check the total pay-per-view numbers. How about that? Check the total, not the last one. Check the total, right? So if y'all want to cap for little dude and say he the biggest star in boxing, right? And Devin Haney is the most accomplished young star in boxing. That's really what you get mad for. That's what niggas be getting mad for. Nigga can cap like Tank is the cash cow when we know it's Canelo, right? But when you say Devin is a young legend, right? Which he is, because it ain't never been another undisputed champion 135. Talk your ass off, right? It rubbed people the wrong way, right? Well, y'all capping on Tank like he's the biggest star, rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I mean? But Devin actually is a living legend, because you are a legend when you do something that's never been done. Talk your ass off. Now, you might not like who did it. You might not like that he was that young bull, not that young bull. You know what I mean? You might not like that young bull daddy. You know what I mean? Right? You might not, but it is what it is. He did something that no boxer has ever done. Right? And then that's when people say, I knew it was real when people start saying fuck them belts after Devin won. It was all about throwback boxers. This generation ain't like this generation. This generation ain't like. But now it ain't even about titles no more. Motherfuckers want to talk about this generation, how it's soft and all that. Y'all soft too. Y'all got soft too. Y'all don't even care if niggas win titles no more. The whole time listening to you niggas previously, it's about ships and who the best and best fighting best. Now y'all don't even care no more, because Tank didn't confuse y'all and poison y'all motherfucking minds to say that belts don't matter just because he ain't got none. Kind of shit is that? You know what I mean? Belts don't matter. Since when belts don't matter? This generation ain't like that, because the leader of this generation, and y'all falling for the trap, the leader of this generation is soft as hell. And that's Gervonta Tank Davis, because he's the one that's running. He the one that tell you don't need straps. You know, bro, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. This generation soft, and y'all soft as fuck too. Maybe that's why y'all love this generation so much. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why that I can't seem to click with niggas like Gervonta Tank Davis, who ain't done shit in boxing, but is one of the biggest boxers in boxing. And now you got OGs and niggas who supposed to be just vets of the game telling me now all of a sudden belts don't even matter no more. I'm like, damn, since when did the game change? Y'all niggas trying to change the game. I ain't letting Tank change the game. I ain't letting the game move. The game is the same, bro. You got to prove that shit in the ring. I don't give a fuck what you do outside of the ring. You got to prove that shit in the ring, my boy. You got to prove that shit in the ring, my boy. You know what I mean? Now we in the belts don't matter generation. Y'all made it like this. Y'all pushing that shit. Y'all niggas is pushing belts don't matter. Y'all niggas is the reason these niggas ain't doing it. These niggas ain't doing nothing because y'all letting them. These niggas be acting up and y'all be letting them. It's you niggas. It's you niggas letting them get back. It's you niggas who going at the undisputed champion at the world, not a nigga who went with no straps. You know what I mean? It's you niggas. It's you niggas the reason, box. You niggas changed the game. You soft ass niggas changed the game. Not us. We competing in the game. You soft ass niggas giving these niggas passes not to do shit. You see this, y'all the ones that killed him. Oh, he lost, he done. Y'all start this shit. We ain't start this shit. Oh, he lost, he done. Oh, he lost, he done. Oh, he lost, he done. That ain't some shit that we carried. Y'all started that shit. You will never hear T say, they tell me my generation soft, but you ain't never heard T say belts didn't matter. You ain't never heard me say cash cow. How often do you hear the words cash cow come in my mouth? And I had this boxing show for years on years. How often have you heard me have a fucking conversation about cash cow? I report the fucking numbers. I don't sit here and say, yeah, my favorite, yeah. Look how much money he get. He on Forbes list. Yeah, look how much money. Bro, who did he beat? Well, it don't matter. That don't matter. Hit the belt. Nope. Well, Lomachenko really sorry. Okay, so Lomachenko really sorry. What the fuck is Pedraza? Right? You telling me Pedraza better than Lomachenko? So I said my point exactly. My point exactly. You get what I'm saying? Y'all done made this generation soft as hell. You know what I mean? Y'all done made these generations soft as hell. You know what I mean? Nah, keep it real. We ain't gonna do that. Keep it real. Because them brothers ain't here to defend themselves. You know what I mean? Them brothers ain't here to defend themselves. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. But I digress, man. I digress. And knock out my brother too. Knock out my brother. But I digress, bro. It's y'all giving these niggas passes, man. It's y'all giving these niggas passes, bro. This generation soft because y'all allow it to be. Y'all okay with it. Y'all favorite fighter is soft. Did you write? Look who your favorite fight is. Look who your favorite fight is. Soft. Don't care about belts. All he cares about is putting his pockets. Greedy. Greed. That's it, bro. That's it. Don't even talk to y'all. Never had a fan interview. Never came. Promoters don't talk to y'all, right? They talk to certain people, right? Don't talk to y'all. Bill literally open book. Niggas be talking so much shit about Bill. I think niggas be talking so much shit about Bill because Bill won't talk to them. That's what I think. You know what I mean? And but my thing is, well, what you mad at Bill for? Because Tank them don't talk to y'all ass either. You know what I mean? Tank ass don't talk to y'all either. Right? Man fan shit, bro. A nigga can ignore years of what's been going on in boxing. Nigga can ignore years of what's been going on in boxing. Because what? Stop it, bro. It don't even equate. How you niggas go from loving Floyd Mayweather? How you niggas go from loving Floyd Mayweather with all the belts, with every belt ever, right? Not undisputed, but with every strap ever, to goddamn Tank, who has one belt his whole fucking career. One belt at 29 years old, dog. One strap. One fucking strap. You know what I mean? Then you gonna tell me belts don't matter. That's why belts don't matter. Because your favorite fighter don't got none. Fuck is you talking about? Belts matter to me because Earl Spence had 3 of them bitches. Belts matter to me because Devin had all of them bitches. Belts matter to me because Adrian Broner had 4 fucking divisions. Yeah, belts don't matter because your favorite fighter don't got none. And belts mean so much to me because all my favorite fighters had plenty of them. That's the difference between me and you niggas. That's the difference between the niggas that I fuck with and the niggas that you fuck with. You niggas like the Flash, but you hate a nigga who actually flash in real life. If I came on this bitch popping shit, and believe me, I could do it. If I came on this bitch doing half this shit, but then again, y'all might, you know what I mean? But anyway, but now y'all wouldn't mess with me because I'm too close to y'all. Y'all don't like Bill because Bill's actually reachable for certain people. Bill is actually reachable for certain people. So y'all don't like that. People can actually reach him. People like shit that they can't. Y'all idolize these superstars, these tanks, because you can't touch them. If I start popping my shit, y'all gonna start to hate me because you could touch me. You feel like I'm closer to you. Oh, people want you to do well, but not well than them. Tank don't matter to them because he's unreachable. Bill, they dislike because they know people who can reach, they know people who see, they know people with conversations with Bill. You know what I mean? That's what it is, dog. But I digress. He said T-Bob just did an interview 11 hours ago saying he's ready to make Shakur fight with Tank. That's the second time he said in 2 months. I don't want to hear Tank stands saying Bob don't want it. Stop that line about Tank not sending Shakur offer because Bob don't want that fight. Tank running out of excuses. Where you see that? Where you see that at Judah? Who did where is it? You got the link for that, Judge? And I ain't talking to these women because I know why women watch boxing. I know why women like boxing. They like seeing men who can fight, right? They got their shirt off. It's physique everywhere. I get it. That woman don't even gotta explain to me why she like a certain boxer. Why you like this boxer and not this boxer? It don't got nothing to do with the straps or who the best. For them, it got a lot to do with who they like. You know what I mean? And I get that. But why are you niggas doing that? That's how women watch boxing. Ooh, I like him. Ooh, that's my favorite. I like him. Ooh, that's what y'all niggas be doing. know what y'all niggas be doing, dog. Oh man. I just want y'all to come out and see it. I just want y'all to come out and see it. So y'all know why I do country get say shit I want to hear. I leave. Y'all, so why this so hard is boxing? Oh man. My bad, but I digress. She said that's the link T. Okay, let's check that out. Is it where is it? Like what is it a time slot? Is it straight to the point? Is it a time slot? Is it a time slot I should be looking for, Judy? All right. He's all no, I'm not gonna lie. I can try to find it in the transcript. Bob Arum ready to make big fight with Devontae Tank Davis. Okay, got you, Brody. I'm gonna check that joint out. Right? But bro, and again, and the thing is, it's cool if you a fan of a fighter, right? It's cool if you just want to see your fighter fight. It's cool if it don't matter what your fighter do, but I can't respect your opinion when you talking about other fighters and what they ain't doing, what they should do, right? When you don't even hold your fighter to the same standard, right? Why would I value your opinion on anything if your favorite fighter is a nigga who has done tremendously less than my favorite fighter, right? People was trying to compare Earl and Bud. Oh, well, Bud been undisputed. But okay, them niggas are similar in accomplishments, right? Right, they were at the time, right? They were similar in accomplishments. You know what I mean? Right? And people were trying to tear Errol Spence down like he was the less, like he's less, you know what I mean, accomplished, right? Which he is, right? But if you could sit there and be like, well, Errol Spence ain't got as much accomplishments as him, so why is he the? But then you would tell me that Devontae Tank Davis is the A-side over everybody in boxing, and belts don't matter. Like I've been listening to y'all niggas for years. Like it ain't consistent. It ain't no consistency in what y'all saying. That's how we could be on the same page about this and then fall out about something else. Because my stance on this is based off the same principle as my stand on that. You the one who switched your principle, right? In this thing. Now every situation is different, but the principle is going to remain the same, right? The same reason that I was saying that Errol Spence. The same reason I was saying that Errol Spence was A-side is because of his accomplishments and his popularity. Bud was slightly more accomplished, but his popularity wasn't nowhere near here. The accomplishments was close. You know what I mean? The accomplishments are close. The popularity was way Errol Spence, right? That's the A-side. You know what I mean? He said Dev has too many options to just be going. And Tank, and the thing is, like, when we get to this point, right, when we start telling folks, right, we tell folks to fight the best, right? And then we get people who want to fight the best, and then we say, you know, ignore them and don't fight them. Don't ignore them and don't fight them. Now, Devin need to keep going at Tank, right? And if Tank don't want to fight, then Tank just don't want to fight. But he need to keep going at Tank. Now, don't hold your career up. Keep doing what you're doing. Fight who you go fight and whatnot, right? Keep doing what you. Matiz is about to fight. Matiz is about to fight Tio. That's what I'm hearing now, right? Right. So there's that. So I don't want to hear that Matiz and Devin shit no more, right? Because he lined up a fight with Tio. That's what I just saw, right? Niggas be using that Devin for promotion now, right? And I really want to dead that. I want to dead all that. I'm dead now. If he talk, is he talking to Tio or Devin Haney? Devin Haney got his shit going. Matias got his shit going with Tio. We separating them two for right now. You know what I mean? We separating them two. Barrios, that's at 147, right? Tio is about to fight Jermaine Ortiz. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm with it, right? I'm with it. If Devin going up to 47, he can fight whoever the fuck he want to. This is your first fight at 47, right? Then yeah, move on. But if him and Tank not go fight, right? If him and Tank not go fight, then the people that's losing is us, right? And I'm gonna say this again. It was good. He said T. Bob say clearly he won't Tank to fight Shakur, Loma, or T.O. 22-32. Okay. Shout out my guy Jay Gill. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Jay Gill. All right, let's see. If you're still paying for your my boy said 22-30 for sure, Judah. Appreciate you. But yeah, man, and I ain't even go, and Judah, I probably ain't even go make that a video right now. I'm most definitely go put that in the chamber, right? For if it come up. But bro, listen to what Judah. You know what's gonna happen, Judah, when I make that video? I'm gonna say, look, Shakur want to fight Tank. You know what they gonna say? Well, Tank the cash cow. You know what they go? You know what they gonna say, bro? They don't. You can't tell. Like they don't. It's gonna be. We'll just wait and see. We'll just wait, and then we go be waiting. And then when he don't fight them, they gonna say, well, you know, he got a fight coming up. He go, it's a fight. He can't fight him. He got a fight in. You know how I go, bro. So my thing is, bro, I just if they are gonna, if they are good, you know, Judah, man. If they going to fight, then I'm all for it, right? Because I'm kind of feeling like that they actually might fight right now. It's a space, it's a window where they can fight right now, right? And I'm stuck right now in between Tank ducking, honestly, right? And them already being signed to fight for real, and they kind of promoting it, right? Because Tank is kind of giving the energy, Tank and his team giving the energy like they don't want to fight, right? But Devin, but I know Bud and his team was doing the same thing right before they signed to fight. But the energy from them is that they don't want to fight. The energy from Bill and Devin Haney is that they've been talking. I don't know, man. I'm just, from what I'm hearing, I'm really confused. I'm confused at it right now. This EP is really me just saying, bro, it's a bigger fight than Earl and Bud because they more popular, right? In the two of them, right? Earl was heavy. Earl was the most popular guy in that fight. He did a lot of heavy lifting before the fight. Bud popularity came after, you know what I mean, the fight, right? So when they fight again, it's probably gonna be more people to watch, even though the fight wasn't competitive because Bud is more known now, right? I think it'll be more people that's tuning in, more stars gonna want to come out, get fly, get fresh, and be seen at that event. So I think that's a bigger event as well now because Bud is more popular. They need two fights. Devin and Tank, I think, is more popular than their first fight already because Tank and Devin are bigger stars than Bud Crawford, most definitely, right? At this point, Tank and Earl Spence are about the same star, you know what I mean? Type deal, right? So I just think more casuals know who Devin and Tank are than more casuals knew who Earl and Bud were. Earl and Bud had strong, hardcore fan bases, right? And some casual fans, right? Devin and Tank have a lot of casual fans and the hardcore fan base. So all of the hardcore fans, us, are going to watch. That's about 500, 600, 700,000, right? And you're going to get some casuals to watch Devin and Tank too because they have a casual liking. Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis after Ryan Garcia, right? Devin Haney after Lomachenko. You get what I'm saying? Name been buzzing since Levin beat Loma. He's been buzzing. He's capitalized on it with the Regis program, right? So now you got that. It's time. Like the time is now, right? And from what I'm hearing, Devin might go to Prime. I heard earlier they was gonna fight in December this year, but Tank ain't gonna have a fight at the end of this year, right? So they might roll that fight over to next year. I'm feeling like they may be fighting, but I'm also stuck. Tank team is giving injury like they don't want it, but it could be promotion. So I'm looking for it. And I think if you ask me to put a number on it, I'm about 60-40 that we actually get this fight. You know what I mean? I think it's 60-40 that we might get it. Right now, the biggest problem is going to be the weight that is at. That's the problem right now, man. It's looking like that weight might be the issue, right? And then that's going to be what we argue about. Well, he should. I don't know. I thought Devin was pillow fisted though, but we gonna argue about he should do it this way. And next time, I'm waiting for somebody to tell me that this advantage, Devin gonna have an advantage. Tank gonna have an advantage, right? Well, Tank had advantage against Hector and Leo, right? Devin had an advantage, right? Because he bigger than people, right? So if Hector and Leo can fight you with the advantage, right? Why you can't fight him with it? Advantage, right? If he come down in weight, then you will have the advantage. So then you will be the one fighting with the advantage. So really what it's going to come down to is people want their favorite fighter to have the advantage, right? But I personally feel like it's an even fight at 140, right? I feel like it's an even fight in general because Devin has spent his whole career at 135. Now we go pretend like, he's just some massive dude, right? And he is a big dude, but that's just the same dude y'all said had pillow fist, right? Ain't this the same dude Tank that y'all said will knock Devin out of any weight class? Ain't this the same dude Tank who y'all said has the most power after Wilder? So we went from him having the most power after Wilder to Devin Haney being too big of a guy for Tank power to affect him. Like, I'm just so confused, right? I'm so confused how we went from how he's pillow fisted to now he's too big. One fight did that, bro. One Regis Prograis fight did all that shit, man. One Regis Prograis fight did all that shit, bro. We went from pillow fisted. We went from always getting hit with hooks. We went from all of that shit to he's too big. Man. Tell you, dog. I tell you, dog. That shit crazy. That shit crazy, man. I don't get it, man. The consistency just don't. But I digress, man. But I digress. What Juice says, all the Tank fans watch the video, Bob saying he wants Shakur fight, then go all over in there say Tank not sending the offer because Bob don't want it. Yeah. Bill Haney got criticized for calling Matias a duck. Even after Bill apologized to Matias' team and asked them for a fight on live for us all to see and hear, and they still blame Bill. Judah. Now the thing right is now look, it's bad, right? What's good, Jay? It's bad, right? Because now the thing is Bill saying Tank name too much. Bill say Tank name every day. Bill need to quit saying Tank name. I thought y'all wanted a fight. So what y'all want? So y'all don't want to fight? So Bill need to go away, right? So now he should go away. So now y'all, I'm confused, bro. Like what are we doing? Are we Tanks? Are we Tanks managers? Are we his promoters? Right? Are we his man? Like what's going on here? right? Like what's going on here? And Josh, and the thing that people having a hard time dealing with, right, is that they think they too, right? And the thing that people having a hard time dealing with it, right, is that they think that too, but it's not making sense to them why Tank won't fight him. So they got to make reasons, right? They could see that he moving kind of funny, but they like, I know he could beat him. I just need him to fight him. So right, so they confused just why. So now they got it. Well, he too big. He too big. Like, is he pillow fisted? Is he too big? Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Like, I'm confused, bro. I thought we wanted to see good fights. Do we not want to see? So we don't want to see good fights? Do we not want to see the good fight, or do we want build this shit up, or do we want them to fight, or do we just want to talk about, hey man, Devin could beat a Tank, hey man, Tank could beat up Devin, and they never fight? I don't want to hear this too big shit, especially not when Tank beat up Devin when he was 15 years old and Tank was 19, right? You knocked out Devin when he was 15, right? Y'all sparred again when he was 17, and then you quit, right? So that too small shit. I'm not hearing it, bro. I'm not hearing it. Since when are we Tank Protection Agency? Man, Bill TV did a video. Tank Protection Agency, dog. Tank Protection Agency heavy. Tank Protection Agency heavy, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He said, I respect all who think Tank is the best. All I'm saying is Tank, Devin, Bill, Floyd Senior, Calvin Ford. I all saw what happened when Devin made him quit. Floyd Senior said it wasn't close. Yeah. He said Devin was only 16 when he made Tank quit. Let that sink in. You know what I mean, bro? Like that too little. Like, bro, I don't. Now we can't do that. We can't go from Devin being pillow fisted, bro, to him being too big, bro. Nah. We can't go from him being pillow fisted to him being too big. We can't do it, bro. We can't do it, bro. Fizzle, what's good, Fizzle? Appreciate you sliding through, bro. We can't stand for that, bro. We can't do it. Y'all can't, bro. We at some point we like Tank Davis, bro. We gotta say, Tank, bro, just fight him. Just fight. And I really do think I really do. I do think we up in that space. You know what I mean? Where it could happen, but it's gonna be that 140. I really just like this where I'm at with it. And the reason I made this EP because it's starting to feel like Erlen Bud. So I really either want it to be dead, right? Or I want it to happen. I want it to be dead or I want it to happen. I really want it to happen. I'm feeling like we're in the last legs, right? Because if Devin go up to 147, this shit probably a wrap. You know what I mean? If he actually get up to 47, he probably ain't coming back. Right? You know what I mean? But I feel like, man, this I've been saying for years, this Erlen Bud Jr., but I really feel like it's an even bigger fight than Erlen Bud, given that these guys are more, popular in totality. Like Bud is more popular after Aerospace, right? These guys are already popular now, right? Devin doing his own pay-per-views, Tank doing his own pay-per-views, right? It make all the sense in the world. Now, when we start getting into the schematics and whatnot and this and that, all I'm saying is, man, we went from I'm gonna fight Shakur Devin next to what? To what? And if the weight is the thing, right? If the weight is the thing, then I feel like y'all both fought at 140. Devin got one fight at 140. Tank got one fight at 140. It don't get no more even than that, dog. It don't get no more even. And now Tank is a 135 pounder, right? But shit, him and Ryan fought at a catch weight, You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't. It's just crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I mean, what's good, Teddy? What's good, Teddy? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Shout out my guy, Teddy. J Gibb said, Dev last 5 opponents versus Tank last 5 opponents. Yeah. 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 But as far as, man, this situation, I try to as far as this situation, I try not to get indulged, but I get sucked in, right? Because this EP right here was supposed to be like, it gotta happen. Like, we in the last legs, like this EP was supposed to be, it gotta happen. And then Big Dog Willie made me take this motherfucker somewhere completely else. Right. Right, J Gibb. That's what I'm, you know, J Gibb, like, and we killed Bud, we killed Canelo for doing the same shit. But I'm looking at, and I'm like, we giving this dude a pass, and he's done less than them, bro. A lot of us are acting just like them. Basically, what I'm seeing now is, bro, the shit that y'all was saying to Canelo and them, it don't mean nothing. It held no value. It holds zero value. How can I believe what you say, bro? When you kill Canelo, you kill Bud, who are way more accomplished than Tank, done way more than Tank, but you don't have nothing to say about Gervonta. Like, that's your favorite fighter? That's your favorite fighter. How could your favorite fighter be fucking Errol Spence? How could your favorite fighter be Bud Crawford, and then your next favorite fighter be Tank Davis? Honestly, though. Honestly, like, it don't equate, bro. It's not the same. It's not the same. You know what I mean? Like, what you like that he get knockouts? It's an eye test thing, and it's cool. If you saying that, yeah, he get knocked out like how he knock out bums. Cool. But just understand that they are bums and none of my champions. So you can't talk bad about Lomachenko, bro, if you okay with Tank fighting Rolly. You know what I mean? You can't talk bad about Loma, bro. It don't equate. It ain't consistent. You know what I mean? I can't take what you saying for real. If you go give Tank a pass because he make a lot of money, that's it. That's boxing. That's boxing, right? That's boxing. Gotcha. Why it ain't called money, right? It's called boxing championships. You know what I mean? Why it ain't called money? If it's called money, you need to just go mess with the Forbes, and y'all need to be reading the Forbes list. Y'all favorite celebrities, y'all need to go read the Forbes list if that's what y'all care about, and then you will see how all this money that you care about, you'll see how he ain't nowhere. He not even you know what I mean? It's not that. It's not that. You know, Forbes list is every year, not just 1 year, consistently in the Forbes list. You know what I mean? Consistent. Like, come on, brother. Come on. But I digress. He said Blue Blood said Tank turned down an offer from Al Haymon too. He didn't say which fight, but it looked like Tank about to retire without fighting Dev or Shakur. Mark my words, Tank about to fold. Said that he turned down something from Al Haymon. Tank alluded to he might end up somewhere else. Damn, Blue Blood said that. Where Blue Blood say that there, brother? He said that recently. He said that recently. But I ain't tripped like. I'm finna watch that junk. He said he dropped 2 videos this morning. I'm finna watch that junk.
Family needs to see this.
So I want to hear this.
The government is basically.
What's good, YouTube?
I'm finna watch this.
TV, back at y'all.
Shout out Blue Blood.
So once again, undefeated, 3-division, 5-time world champion, superstar boxer, who is widely acknowledged and recognized as one of the faces, if not the face of the sport of boxing. And Gervonta Tank Davis, who is 29 wins, no loss, no draw, 27 big wins by way of knockout, 29 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm. Gervonta Tank Davis is in the headlines again. Why is Gervonta Tank Davis continuously in the headlines? Many people ask. Why is Gervonta Tank Davis the subject of many people's topics?
D Free was good.
Well, because of just like I just introduced Gervonta Tank Davis as one of the faces, if not the face of the sport of boxing. So everything surrounding him, speculation or truth or false, is going to be viewed with a magnifying glass.
Might be on to something, Judah.
Said, everybody of late have taken what Rick Glazer has stated involving Gervonta Tank Davis, biggest rival, his biggest nemesis, and that's undefeated, former 2-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight world champion, now the reigning WBC junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney. Devin Haney is 31 wins, no loss, no draw. He is 15 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. With that said,
what's good, D Free?
Haney recently had the biggest, most impressive, most lucrative.
Let's see, man. Let's see what Blue talking about.
December 9th, San Francisco, California.
Let me put up my
when he took on 2-time WBC junior welterweight world champion, superstar boxer Regis Prograis. David Haney removed a lot of labels that have been placed on him for so long that many people don't know how to deal with it. That said, nonetheless, it was reported that Devin Haney did only 50,000 pay-per-view buys. It was reported by the same Rick Glazer. And it was also reported by one Lenny Allaby, CEO of Mayweather Promotions. And because of Devin Haney's massive amount of disdain from fan bases, it started to become truth. What Rick Glazer stated.
Right.
It only did 50,000 pay-per-view buys.
And he didn't do 50,000.
Everybody stands on what Rick Glazer says is gold. And many people reported it and talked about it. But now Rick Glazer is reporting something else. Some more news. That many people are not talking about. Because it don't fall in line in favor of the narrative that people want to put out there in a certain perspective, right? So Rick Glazer is now reporting that Gervonta Tank Davis and Premier Boxing Champion founder and advisor Al Heyman are at odds, which is not very surprising because Tank Davis put up some cryptic messages. But this is what Rick Glazer is reporting. Quote, being told by a very reliable source that Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't want to get back in the ring for what's being offered by Al Heyman after making that big windfall versus Ryan Garcia. Sounds like another fighter that bases their value off of one fight. But that one fight was a total anomaly. That's hashtag boxing in this era. End quote. So now we know Al Heyman, Premier Boxing Champions, the brand, the stable of fighters, had to find a new home because Showtime has decided to get out the business of the sport of boxing after 37 years, which means the relationship, partnership, and understanding that PBC had with Showtime is no longer as a network. So they had to find a new network into which for Al Heyman to showcase his stable and talent of fighters and his brand, which they landed on Amazon Prime. Okay?
Let's see,
Amazon
man.
Prime,
Y'all hit that thumbs up for me, bro. I appreciate y'all sliding through.
NFL, NBA, and they did some, touched on a little bit of boxing. So now,
I don't know why they are giving the government is basically.
Now, I take what Rick Glazer say with a grain of Assault, right? Let
Now,
me pause
even
this.
decide to go over to.
So Rick Glazer reporting this, right? I take what Rick Glazer say with a grain of salt, right? And, what I was told was Devin Haney was there like 195,000 in count, right? The day before, I was told that he was at like 150,000 in count, right? But my last, what I reported was like 195,000 in count, right? So I reported upward of 200K, of 200K, right? Somebody came on my journey and said, I'm capping, right? Now, most people believe me, right? Somebody came on my journey and said, I'm capping. Rick Glazer, after me, right, came and said 50,000, right? And that's what people running with. Now, what Blue said is the same person that told y'all that Devin Haney did 50,000 pay-per-views, and everybody said that's gold. Just told y'all that Gervonta Tank Davis turned down a fight offer from Al Haymon. You know what I mean? Now I'm hearing rumors, and I've been reporting that I'm hearing rumors that Devin Haney is going to Prime. So rumors that Devin Haney going to Prime. Now we got rumors that Gervonta Tank Davis don't even want to work with Al Haymon. Everybody, it seemed like everybody on board with this Gervonta Tank Davis fight except for Team Gervonta Tank Davis. But I digress. Hold on, let me continue.
And Gervonta Tank Davis in his last fight did 1.2 million pay-per-view buys, and that's with King Ryan Garcia, former lightweight, now junior welterweight Mexican-American superstar title contender. King Ryan Garcia, who's now 24 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 20 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. And it did a reported gate of 23 million at the gate, the 5th highest gate in Las Vegas history. And it saw both fighters take home, according to reports, $30 million apiece. And so that's what Rick Glazer is referring to when Rick Glazer says that Gervonta Tank Davis had one big fight and now he's overvaluing himself. Now, you guys know, if you watch me, that I've been saying forever and a day, and I'll continue to bang this drum. I'm not in position, nor is anybody else, if you're not this specific fighter, to tell a fighter what his value is. Period. Okay? And so with that said, if Gervonta Tank Davis feel like his value is more than what they're offering, then who are we to tell him what he should stand on and what he should and should not take? Because Al Haymon, nor Rick Glazer, nor myself, nor the fans, nor Amazon's handlers are getting in the ring and risking their life. Only one doing that is Gervonta Tank Davis and the opponent that he will be facing standing in the corner on the other side of the ring. And so how can we possibly put a number on life? The most precious thing we have is life, is the breath, the air that you have in your lungs. Without that, you have nothing. And so, again, the most precious thing you have outside of that is time. Because time waits for nobody, right? And so, how do you tell Gervonta Tank Davis what his value is, what his time is? Now, again, I discussed the reported $20 million offered to Gervonta Tank Davis for a fight with Devin Haney, and I discussed that Gervonta Tank Davis should do his homework and his due diligence to assure that that number is, if it's real, inquire about it, and if it is real, can Al Haymon and the PBC match that number that's coming from Matchroom CEO, promoter Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn's relationship with Saudi Arabia, that they get ready to put on a massive fight card this upcoming Saturday for a fight in Saudi Arabia against Devin Haney. $20 million was reported a guaranteed upfront purse. His biggest guaranteed purse was, some reports say $5 million for the Ryan Garcia, some say $10 million. But it's no more than $10 million. This is double.
Appreciate you in this MMA. What's good? Hey, Brody, I don't know if this is your first time, Brody, but do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. I'm about to close this jump now. Or, you know what I mean? We had a good boxing conversation. Appreciate you sliding through. Shout out my guy, in this MMA. How you find this video, bro? I don't think I've seen you on here before.
going into a fight, then he stands to lose.
So what it sounds like is apparently
Because he's a draw. He puts butts in the seats regardless of what network, what platform that Gervonta Tank Davis fights on. So the split on the back end and the pay-per-view and the gate, he's going to do that regardless if he fights on Amazon, if he fights on ESPN, if he fights on DAZN, or if he fights on Mars. He's going to get that money, that percentage.
Appreciate you in this,
He's
MMA.
going to get that, recoup that. But the guaranteed purse up front, is he going to recoup that? Because if they're only offering 10 million or 12 million, well, that's 8 million and 10 million short of what he's being offered to fight Devin Haney. So he's losing. So Gervonta Tank Davis recently put up a post about Al Haymon, and he stated that Al Haymon was supposed to call him back. He didn't call him back, and he's probably in a secret meeting with Steven about a fight and a plan that he wasn't privy to. And then he stated, don't be surprised to see me somewhere else. And now we're getting this report that he's not happy with the money he's being offered. Yet when he was offered to have a conversation with Eddie Hearn about a fight with Devin Haney, he immediately declined. This is why I told you guys he should inquire about that, whether it's real or not. And then Al Haymon is your advisor. You take that to Al Haymon. This is the business, and this is your life. Nobody's going to care for you.
He said, who's the best trainer between Bomac and
Self-preservation
Sugar Hill?
is the number one rule in life. Nobody can live
don't
for
know.
you. Nobody's going to care for you and love you like you love you. So you're supposed to do your homework. Not to say you can't trust Al Haymon or can't trust your managers and team around you. But nobody's going to assure your well-being like you. You have to.
Bomac got a lot of young
dot every
prospects.
I and cross every T.
Sugar Hill got one big
You
cheater.
can't rely on everybody. So you're supposed to do your homework, your due diligence to see how true this is. And if so, if you're not going to take it, then what are they going to do to at least match that? Because if they're not going to match it, then they should be advising you to go get that money. Plain and simple, right? And you're still going to be the A side, regardless of what. Again, like I stated, Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be the A side, regardless of where he goes. So the back end money, the pay-per-view money, is not going to affect him one way or another. It'll affect the people around him. If he was
What's good, Trap?
BBC, it would affect them.
What's
It's not
good,
gonna affect
Trap?
him because he's going to garner the same money if he went to DAZN, if he went to ESPN. Again, if he did it independently. So now this is coming out by Rick Glazier that he's not happy with the offer that he's being offered for his next fight. And he's supposed to headline and open and introduce the partnership and relationship, the first pay-per-view headline major card for PBC and Amazon. Right? So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. It said that he's supposed to return to the ring in March. Let's see how this unfolds and plays out. What is the budget for Amazon with the PBC? That plays a major part. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, drop a comment.
Well, so I guess you know. So, damn. Okay, that's interesting. It's interesting. So he won't talk to DAZN. He won't talk to Al Haymon. Shit, we know he's not going to ESPN, right? ESPN just offered him a Shakur Stevenson fight. You think it ain't no budget trap? You think it ain't no budget trap? Or you think that he don't want to fight the person that they put in front of him? You think it ain't no budget trap, or you think, or I think it may be the person that they want to put in front of. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it may be the person that they putting in front of them, man.
Please leave your message.
I'm thinking it might be the person that they putting in front of them, dog. I need at least. He said that's because it's on ESPN offering him monsters to fight. PBC may be shortchanging him because the budget not there for Amazon yet. Why would Amazon break the bank in their very first event? Yep. 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 So the thing is, what he gonna do? Right. So the thing is, man, what he gonna do? What he gonna do? That's the thing. I appreciate y'all rocking with me too, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me too. The thing is, what he gonna do, man? But the way I'm looking at it, Fielder said he's dead, right? It's crazy. Like this the crazy part, right? If it is dead, the reason that it's dead, y'all ain't gonna like. You know what I mean? If it is dead, and the only reason that it would be dead is if Gervonta doesn't want the fight, because everybody can clearly see Bill is all in for the fight. You know what I mean? You can only say Bill is lying so much, right? You can only say he's a liar for so long. Like they clearly want it, right? So Devin don't want to fight for PBC. He don't want to fight for DAZN. Don't want to fight for ESPN. I mean, Tank don't want to fight for ESPN. Don't want to fight for DAZN. Who you go fight for, man? You know what I mean? You know? Said Al is the problem. It kind of sounds like Tank back into a corner, though. He got to fight Shakur with ESPN, Devin with DAZN, or take what Al give him. Me personally, Stevie, I would have fought Devin Haney already, bro. I just would have fought Devin. He the biggest name right now. He hot. People are always talking about him. I think that'll make me the most money. If I'm Tank, Devin or T.O. make me the most money. T.O. got a fight coming up. I'm fighting Devin Haney. If I'm Tank, that's what make me the most bag. That's to make me the biggest bag right now. Everybody talking about the bag. What makes you the biggest bag? You know what I mean? Devin Haney makes you the biggest bag right now. I would go fight Devin no matter what promotion is on. Guess what? I would be beating up because you beat up him. You really it would have made a lot of sense to do it at 135, but then they gonna tell you Tank don't care about belts, right? So There's that, right? So if you don't care about the belts, man, just fight Devin Haney. Like you don't care about the belts, like that's the biggest name you can fight, right? Belt or no belt, right? That's the biggest name you can fight. You know what I mean? Al can't not let him fight on his own, Trap. He not signed to Al. Not signed to Al. Al trying to sign him back now. You just heard what Blue said? He offered him a fight. He won't take it. He could go somewhere else. Tank said he can go somewhere else. Tank said, you probably working out that deal with Espinosa you think I don't know about. I'm going to end up somewhere else. Tank can go somewhere else if you want to. Ain't nobody stopping him from taking the zone. That's what you want to say because you want to protect Tank or whatever for whatever reason. Now, I guess because everybody like Devin, so now you got to be anti-Devin too. You know what I mean? But now, how the fuck Al stop him from going to the zone? He not signing Al either. That's the point. And he just dropped that. I'm gonna go somewhere else. He can go somewhere else if he want to. He not gonna go anywhere else though because ESPN they gonna make him fight Shakur, and the zone gonna make him fight Devin. Al can't stop him from going to the zone. He won't even talk to the zone. He said no when he asked him. Yeah, Boots free to go wherever he want to go. Boots is probably going to go. Boots is picking up that phone. Yeah, Boots is picking up that phone. Trap. He said the problem is Tank never playing to fight the best. He will fight a tune-up, then the bum, then take a cross exhibition like Floyd for money. Says he's too big to be signed, and he's chasing the bag. Ain't no way you could justify him not fighting a competitive fight next, bro. Ain't no way you could justify him not fighting a competitive fight again next, bro. He just ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. He couldn't play. He said, I'm right, T. Niggas gonna have to respect my ability to read, nigga. I've been reading his moves on the van for 2 years now. Man, bro, the Judah right now. He pretty much back in the corner like Bud was, man. He gotta fight somebody, dog. Bud got back in the corner by Earl. But Tank gotta fight somebody, bro. Like he can't give us another screw up, bro. He can't. He can't. And what's really gonna make me mad if it's a Bridger fight like Isak or something, but he said he's not fighting Isak either. So he said he's not fighting Isak either, so that's good. We ain't gotta worry about that. I digress. Yeah, Tank versus Frank or something. Yeah, man. One of them something. Like, but you know, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. People don't care. Like they still go bad, right? They still go bad because I ain't buying that shit. You know what I mean? Like people still go bad to fight. People still go to the fight because you know it's the thing to do. But with what Gervonta doing when he retired, he's not going to be who he think he is. Like he's not going to be fluid. Like people ain't gonna be lining up. You know what I mean, to get autographs and shit for him because you ain't beat no Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I mean? You ain't beat no Julio Cesar Chavez. You ain't beat none of them niggas. You know what I mean? You ain't beat them kind of dudes. Them dudes go eventually. After a while, just like with Canelo, their hate for Devin Haney is going to die. Especially if he don't fight Tank, right? That nigga probably will never lose. And then the same shit y'all doing for Tank, y'all fantasizing and romanticizing about him, you know what I mean, being the best fighter in the world. We gonna really be able to do that about about Devin Haney, and he gonna have the stats and the numbers, just like Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? Niggas be about to have a heart attack, about to piss their pants. You know what I mean? When you talk about Devin Haney and Floyd Mayweather, but the thing is, as far as them accomplishments go, look at who done fought 7 champions already at 25 years old. You know what I mean? But I digress, man. I'm about to get into these plays. I'm about to make some of these plays. I appreciate everybody sliding through this thing, man. Skin Hardaway, 7T. It's like the past. It's like the future. But it's the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Look.